Great metal band Gravedigger once sang the clans. They're marching off to war just like Drew McIntyre in WWE Mattel Elite Series 115.
The spirit of Ultimate Warrior will run forever!
Welcome everyone, Kyle here, back again with another Mattel WWE Elite 115 unboxing and review. And today on the channel we got the return of Drew McIntyre. But for all your Drew McIntyre needs and a whole lot more, hit up Ringside Collectibles, use discount code Kyle, save yourself 10%. Gotta get a deal out there. And of course, we're going to do this review like we do all the other reviews on the channel. We're going to take a look at the packaging. We're going to talk about it. We're going to unbox it. We're going to talk about it. We're going to see where it goes from there. And we'll compare this to some other Drew McIntyres later on in this very video. But it's been a little bit since we've had a Drew McIntyre figure in the Elite line. There was a spell, we'll call it a spell, where we were getting him about every couple of sets. We were getting him in top picks. We were getting him in all the main event series. There was a lot of Drew McIntyre out there. And I gotta say, Drew McIntyre, one of the coolest looking big dudes in all of wrestling, but extremely plain for whatever reason. And obviously you give a kilt like this, that gives a little extra pizzazz. However, we've had multiple kilts already. I mean, the first time we got the kilt, we're like, man, that's awesome. This is a very cool Drew McIntyre. But it feels like there's just not as much meat on the bone as there needs to be on a guy like Drew McIntyre. You know, he just wears trunks and black boots, and sometimes you got different designs on the trunks, but not really that different. He doesn't change his look a whole lot, so there's just not as much with Drew McIntyre as some of the other performers like a Rey Mysterio, who's on the total opposite end of the spectrum with all the colorful masks and everything else. So it's interesting whenever we get Drew, it just feels like a little bit old hat, like we've been here before. However, there's been enough time that I feel like we need this Drew McIntyre, and of course, more Drew McIntyres in the future as well. But let's dive into it. Let's see what's going on with Drew in 115. We've seen him in the package with that same positioning, and when I say you got to get the most out of your mold, we're not just talking about the figures, you're talking about the packaging, how he's in the package. That's the same mold, so they get to reuse that as well. All counts towards savings in the end that gives the whole line its magical number they need to hit, I guess we'll call it. 8 and up on here, Elite, WWE, Drew McIntyre, WWE. Let the light in with the big box there. Of course, Series 115. Drew McIntyre looking only like a Drew McIntyre could look if he was in Series 115. Certified authentic, there's no confusion. You know this is the real deal here. Drew McIntyre Elite. On the back, got the big action figure shot right there. I guess glamour shot, no action figure there, but you got the glamour shot there. Tail of the tape, got the blurb. And the cross-sell down below, and of course the cross-sell. We're unboxing every single one of these on the channel the very end of the week, whatever it may be. Early on Patreon, you guys know. We will unbox the Chase version of this one, and we'll rank the entire way from my least favorite to my favorite. So you don't want to miss that. Stay tuned for that. But Drew McIntyre from Ayr, Scotland. Beautiful this time of year. Breathtakingly beautiful. Take my word for it. Height 6'5", weight 265 pounds. Finisher, that dreaded Claymore. In the 2024 Royal Rumble match, the Scottish Warrior was among the final 4 before being eliminated by an injured CM Punk, igniting an intense, bitter rivalry. Career highlights: WWE Champion, World Heavyweight Champion, Intercontinental Champion as well. Working the circuit, if he ever was, that's for sure. But looking good. It looks like Drew McIntyre. See you later, goodbye. I never have a problem with his figures. It's just, like I said, feel like we've been here before, but we got that going on. Looking good. Got some extra hands. Gonna pop those bad boys out. Got the legs. Oh no, we got twist ties. Like a young Todd McFarlane right off the DC line. And we got it, and it's in there weird. It's a weird angle on these twist ties. You know, that means we're going to have to power through, boys. I don't like to do it, but sometimes we do. We just got to use the power, you know, and it compels you. That's exactly what happened right there. I just went right through. Just pulled right through. All good. Okay, see you later. Goodbye. All right, let's get down to business here. And I like that they got the rubber band here. It's locking in the sword. So that's an interesting move, especially for min-on-card people. You should appreciate that, because nothing worse when your sword falls out of your pants, that's for sure, or your kilt. Believe you me, I've been there before. It's a dangerous game. It's hard to explain to the police. Let me tell you. Maybe not. Maybe not. But let's dive into old Drew McIntyre. And I guess we're going to start with the old sword. What was the name? Was it like Francesca or No, that was that was Xavier Woods' trombone was Francesca. Was it Angela? Wasn't it named after my wife? Am I dreaming that? I don't know. He had a name for it though. I think it was after his mom, but probably my wife. Who knows what they're up to? News at 11. I'll have to find that out as well. But looking good. It's got the sword, but guess what? We've seen this sword before. Makes sense though. It's the same sword, so we should see it. So got that going on. Now we do got a gripping hand and a splayed out hand. Choose your own adventure. You could double up. You got the exact opposite over here. And that's it for accessories. Outside of the kilt, he's wearing the kilt, bringing on the tradition right here. Love the kilts on these. Looking very nice, and we'll dive into that in a second. But we got Drew McIntyre in the head. I don't think anybody's mistaken this for anybody but Drew McIntyre. Got good beard there. His little flavor saver on mine. It's either off center or he's doing something weird with his lip. So your mileage may vary once again. I feel like I have to say that more than ever in these Mattel reviews though over the last 6 months. We got 2 ears, 2 eyes, a nose, and a mouth. We're playing those human hits. Got that long black hair. Looking very good, but I know this is Drew McIntyre. Somebody hands me this head. Who is it? I'll take the first guess. It's Drew McIntyre. There it is. But looking good there, of course. Does have chest hair going on, man. Mattel, what are we doing? It's 2025. How have you not given us real chest hair by now? We've been screaming about it forever. Let's get it done. Just one time. Let's just do it to pop the world. The world will laugh, and most people will say, why did they ever do that? How god-awful is that? But it'll be funny. It'll be funny. That's what we want to do, and it gives a little something different. It would have been a perfect opportunity. Just do it on the variant edition. You can save some money. You don't have to do as much that way. Jakks did it. I'm just saying, Jakks put real fur on Georgie Animal Steel and also Shawn Michaels. Never forget that unboxing. Way back in the annals of the channel's history, we unboxed the real fur Shawn Michaels. That's a deep cut video. I strongly recommend it. Strongly recommend it. But diving into this one here, his arms do go all the way around. Bicep cut. Double jointed, pinless elbows. You know I'm here for that. Black wrist tape going on. Hands removable back and forth, side to side. Head back and forth, side to side. A little giraffe necky on here. I will say that. A little giraffe necky. Ab crunch, waist articulation. Now, we do got the kilt here, and I guess I'll finish up the lower half later, but we do got the kilt. It is removable here. Of course, Polly Pocket style. I like the little gray and black plaid under there, like a young Cheap Trick. Shout out to Bunny Carlos. I'm sure he's watching over there in Rockford, Illinois. But I do like that a whole lot, so it looks very, very nice there. We do get the very, very similar trunks here. The trunks are looking interesting, got that checker pattern and all that kind of stuff. Same thing down to the knee pads as well, looking very, very nice. Boots, looking beautiful here, just straight black boots. That's what I said, though. Not a ton of difference in the trunks. Black boots, very, very plain. It worked for Stone Cold. It worked for Goldberg. But he's definitely not the Ultimate Warrior, that's for sure. In more ways than one, that's for sure. But he does look good. But now let's finish off this articulation. Let's see if Vietnam strikes again. They've been planning many of attacks. I'm thinking about calling in my boy Flint. Of course, leader of the Tiger Force back in the day. Still is, as far as I'm concerned. Might have to bring Flint into this stuff because I'm getting hit from all sides by Vietnam. It's a dangerous life here at this table. But we do get the waist side to side. Oh, leg goes up. That's pretty good. I'll take that for sure. How about this leg? Oh, Vietnam. Not today, Vietnam. Not today, Vietnam. We're moving and yeah, we were almost there. So we're moving and shaking. We get the leg to go out pretty good, but unfortunately the right leg just does not go out, and that's usually what I do see. But I am thankful it at least goes up. It doesn't bounce back. So we're getting there. It's not dark yet, but it's getting there like a young Bob Dylan back in the 90s. Shout out to Dylan. Thigh cut right there. Double jointed pin knees. Oh, pin knees. Not going to say it. Boot cut, ankles, back, forth, side to side, up and down. Once again, pretty loosey-goosey in these ankles with that new articulation. I love the articulation, just don't like the looseness. Just that needs a hair tighter and a hair less tight in the hips is what they do need. So there you go. But Drew McIntyre, does he fit on a Mattel ringside collectible stand? Use discount code Kyle, save yourself 10%. What do you know? He's fitting on a stand right there. And very cool, he comes with CM Punk in this same series. Natural feud right there that carries on to this day for the most part. So Drew McIntyre looking very good. And of course, talked about old Drew. We've had multiples in the past. Very similar. And it looks like we've had this same one before. It is. I mean, not a lot of difference. And I can't remember off the top of my head. I'm not good enough to remember the series right now. I just grabbed them off my shelf. But this one over here, you got the same kilt going on. So there's same kilt, different knee pads. You got different trunks, of course, but same head as well. Same head for all these. Why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't you? It's the Three Musketeers right here. The triplets McIntyre. They're a lot like the Three Musketeers, but totally different. Totally different, and they settle their differences in a wrestling ring. Those swords, just for show. Just for show. But there it is, Drew McIntyre, Elite 115. What are your guys' thoughts? This a pickup? This a pass? This a long game? This a no game? Let me know in the comments down below. You made it this far. Don't forget to like the video. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Turn on the old notification bell. We got videos every single day and then some. Check out the Patreon to support the channel and for even more content. Don't forget my other YouTube channel as well while you're at it. SirPaul64 on the X, _Kyle_Peterson on Threads, and on Instagram. So for Drew McIntyre 115, I'm Kyle. See you guys all real soon.